We all know the story. People hate Fire Emblem and Super Smash Bros. They're all the same. It's just another anime sword fighter, are their constant war cries. But are they really? Well, the anime thing is more subjective than anything else, but I digress. Nevertheless, are the Fire Emblem fighters really all just the same thing? How's it going, everybody? I'm Burrhead2, and it's about time somebody answered this question. Here's another common story for you. They're just a Marth clone. Is this true, or is it false? Well, the best way to test this is to do a side-by-side comparison. And since they're all called Marth clones anyway, let's just compare them to Marth. How much more simple can it be? I should probably give a quick comment on Echo Fighters. They're supposed to be clones, so they only really half count. Let's just start with Roy, and their neutral attack. Marth's neutral attack is a two-part attack, and both parts are a quick and simple sword swing. But Roy's is a single upward slash. It's not really the same. And the forward tilt? Marth's is an upward traveling slice, and Roy's a downward traveling slice. What about the up tilt? They're both overhead slices, but they're still pretty different. And now the down tilts. Marth is a quick stab, and Roy's is as well. That's not very good, but the show must go on. Now the smash attacks. Let's start with their forward smash. And wow, would you look at that? They're exactly the same. Down smash? A copy here too. Up smash? Ditto again, although in visuals only. For some reason, Roy's is a multi-hit. Wow. But now, let's take a look at their aerials. Marth's neutral air is two slashes in front of him, and Roy's is as well. Marth's forward air is a pretty basic I'm in the air and I'm swinging my sword to hit you attack. Roy, on the other hand, is the same thing again. I'll save you some time and tell you all the other aerials are the same too, except for their down air. Instead of swinging it around him, Roy swings his sword between his legs. Now that is epic. Let's just keep this thing going. Dash attack, the same. Up special, the same, but with flame effects and a bit more control. Down special, you know. And the side special, they're not even trying to hide it at this point. But the neutral special, it may look different, but it's still fundamentally the same, but with a bit of a twist. They're both attacks that take a long time to charge and deal a lot more knockback and damage when released, but Marth's is more tailored to breaking shields, and Roy's more towards dealing damage and knockback. But after all, Roy is the most cloney of the cloney characters, so that is to be expected. Anyway, what about Ike? Well, Marth is a bit more of a technical character, or at least that's what I've heard, and Roy's more of a damage dealer. Ike is a heavy hitter, which is kind of the same thing. But how similar is he, His neutral attack is a punch, kick, and a sword swing. Pretty unique. His forward tilt is a sideways swing. Okay. His down tilt is a sweep across the ground to pick off opponents' feet. Not very original, but whatever. But his up tilt is pretty weird. But in a good way. I'll be honest, I kinda like it. None of his smash attacks are very interesting, except for his up smash. Compared to the other Fire Emblem characters, it's actually pretty unique. Ike has the second most infamous neutral air in the game, and again, it's pretty different compared to the others. His forward air is just another aerial slash, not too much to see here. His back and up air are none too interesting, but oddly enough, Ike seems to have gotten his down air from Roy of all things. Let's keep this going. His dash attack is not terribly interesting. His neutral special is just Roy's. His up special is actually unique. His down special, you know. His side wait, is that incredibly basic yet seemingly completely unique move? Holy crap, it is! Woohoo! Let's partay! Nevertheless, Ike is comparatively a unique fighter, although he seems to have gotten a few things from Roy for some reason. Next, we're going to look at, oh fine. You hate Fire Emblem so much? Then I'll fix it. Let me introduce a hypothetical situation in which some Fire Emblem characters aren't there. Let's say we remove, Robin, Byleth, and Corrin. There. Are you happy now? I removed 3 entire Fire Emblem fighters from the roster. There are now only 5 of them. Hypothetically, of course. I'm willing to bet on the fact that you Fire Emblem and Smash haters would be pretty happy with this proposed arrangement. I do not regret to inform you that you have fallen right into my trap. I chose Robin, Corrin, and Byleth specifically. Why? Because they aren't sword fighters. It's not sword fighters in Smash you hate, it's Fire Emblem in Smash you hate. Okay, well, maybe you're fine with Robin and Corrin and Byleth, but you still hate sword fighters. Still too similar, are they? Well, let's prove it. Our next target is Link, and of course, Donkey Kong. Just kidding, it's actually Link. The three Links are pretty shameless clones. While there are differences, they're pretty minuscule. Normal Link has a remote bomb. Holy crap. Toon Link has a fast fall down air. Holy crap. Young Link has a rapid jab. Holy crap! Now you can argue that it would make sense they're the same because they're all Link, and you're probably right. But that doesn't mean there couldn't be more differences. As it stands, their biggest difference is their victory animations. But of course, these aren't the only sword fighters in Smash Bros. So for the sake of me not having much more to say, I'll edit in a comparison sizzle reel for the rest of the sword fighters. You know, while that was going, I was thinking, and I realized that people don't seem to mind the fact that the Links are clones. I know I mentioned it earlier. Now what was it? Was it cringe? No. Oh yeah, it was anime. People seem to hate anime sword fighters. Probably because they all look the same. I mean, let's be real here. Roy is just red-haired Marth, Ike is just grumpy Marth, Cloud is just hairspray Marth, Sephiroth is just sexy Marth, and Pyra and Mithra just shouldn't exist. And speaking of Sephiroth, I didn't see anyone complaining about him being another anime sword fighter, despite the fact he's the most anime sword fighter of the anime sword fighters. Makes me think, could it just be a collective bias against anime sword fighters? It could be. Heck, even I don't want any more anime sword fighters in than absolutely necessary. You know what I hate? I mean absolutely hate? When Nintendo has the gall to add in another brawler to Smash Bros. The nerve! What you just witnessed was a sarcastic rebuttal against those sword fighter haters. But maybe we can rebut the rebuttal. Are brawler characters too similar? In a word, no. If you compare something like Mario and Little Mac, you'll see they're not really the same. What about Wario? And what about King K. Rool? And Sonic? Given the larger amount and variety of brawler characters, the repetition feels less extreme. There's only so many ways to swing a sword, but there are many more ways to physically assault somebody, especially when you lean more into the cartoony side of things. In conclusion, I believe it just boils down to personal bias. Sure, Marth and Roy, and to a lesser extent Ike, are by and large the same, And yeah, the Links are just cosplay clones. But the more or less unfounded hate for Fire Emblem from Smash 4 carried over to Ultimate, and then the DLC characters didn't really help. Marth, Roy, Lucina, and Chrom are clones. Yeah, but it's just them. But then again, having 4 characters that are pretty much the same doesn't really help. So, yeah. The end, I guess.